Hi students, it's Ms. McNichol. Today our goal is to break arrays apart to learn how to multiply by 7. So we're getting up there in numbers, but there is something that we know that can help us. So do you know how to multiply by 1, 2, yes, I made a mistake there, 5, and 10? If you know how to multiply by 1, 2, 5, and 10, that's going to make multiplying by 7 a lot easier for you. Let's try out a problem together. Before we do that, though, we need some supplies. Tiles, math notebook, grid paper, and pencil. Unfortunately, our problem is going to be more than 50 tiles. Our answer is going to be more than 50 tiles. So I told some kids to ask if they could use some Cheerios or something in the kitchen to help them. So if you want those tiles to build, please pause the video and see what you can use from the kitchen. Okay. Let's read our story problem today, and let's try to go ahead and make sense of what it's asking. Read through the problem. I already told you we're multiplying. Can you fill out this structure of multiplication poster or worksheet to go along with the story problem? Okay, I will read it to you. The fourth grade teacher bought pencils for her students. The teacher bought 7 packages with 8 pencils in each package. How many pencils did the teacher buy? All right. Do we know the number of groups in this problem? Do we know the size of each group? Do we know the total objects? Well, I'm going to get into this story and reread it again and really look for those important ideas. The fourth grade teacher bought pencils for her students. The teacher bought 7 packages. I'm thinking of packages as groups, things that come in package. Packages are grouped together with 8 pencils in each package. Oh, that's interesting. So can you fill this out? What are our number of groups? They are 7 packages. And what is the size of each package? 8 pencils. So 7 packages of 8 pencils. We are trying to find our unknown is the total pencils. All right. So if you would like to, you may go ahead and pause and build. I'm going to make a 7 by 8 unmarked array. I know my 7 is going to be shorter than my 8. 8 is going to be a little bit longer. So here is my unmarked array. If you would like to use an unmarked array, that's fine. I am going to do my work on the grid paper. Okay. So I have a 7 by 8 array drawn on my grid paper. So I know 7 times 8. Well, I know 7 times 8, but if I didn't know 7 times 8, I need a strategy to solve that. So since we're practicing multiplying by 7, can you think of all the addition combinations that add up to 7? Well, 7 plus 0, right? 6 plus 1. 5 plus 2, 4 plus 3. If we continue on, we're just going to change the add-ins. It would be 3 plus 4, 2 plus 5, and so on. So those are the combinations that add up to 7. Well, we learned how to multiply by 6 before in the video, but I see something I like a lot better. I see two numbers that I really am comfortable multiplying by. Put a star next to what you think you're most comfortable multiplying by. I'm putting my star right here. 5 plus 2. I can multiply by 5, even if I still need to count on my fingers, and I can multiply by 2. So multiplying by 7 is just multiplying by 5 and multiplying by 2. So let's go ahead and look at our array here. We have 7 groups of 8. If we're going back to our story, our context, our understanding, we have 7 packages of 8 pencils. So our rows are standing for the packages, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pencils in each package. So I can break apart and decompose that 7 into 5 and 2. I'm going to do that here. I always just circle the 7 so I know that I've broken it apart, so it doesn't kind of bother me when I go back to my smaller arrays inside my larger array. So I'm going to break this apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. There. Now I have 5 rows or 5 packages of how many pencils? What are the dimensions of this larger array inside the bigger array? Well, 5 rows, 8 columns. We have a 5 times 8 array. What is 5 times 8? Think. Write it down when you're ready. 5 times 8 is 40. We're going to go to our smaller array now. Here we have 2 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. So what are the dimensions of this array? If you said this was a 2 by 8 array, you'd be right. When we multiply by 2, we're just doubling that number. What would 2 8s be? What is 8 doubled? If you said 16, you are correct. All right. So we're going to go ahead and write down our equations that match our work. So what we did is we started with 7 times 8. And what we did is we decided to break apart that 7 because we thought it would be easier to multiply by 5 and 2. So we took 5 times 8. Whoops, mistake for Miss McNichol. 5 times 8. Sorry, I kind of squished that. And we need to add that on to the 2 times 8. Where is our 7 on this side of our equations? Where's our 7? I see it here, but where is it over here? If you said the 7 is the 5 and the 2, you are correct. So we know 5 times 8 is 40, and 2 times 8 is 16. Whoops. All right. So as we're adding that together, I'm guessing a lot of you are thinking 40 plus 10 is 50, plus 6 more is 56. And again, it's okay to put the 56 on this side of the equal sign because this is the same value as this. All right. let's go back to our story problem. And let's answer our story question. The fourth grade teacher bought pencils for her students. The teacher bought 7 packages with 8 pencils in each. How many pencils did the teacher buy? I'm going to move this down here because we did decompose this 7 into 5 and 2. If you want to show your work on your unmarked array, that's fine. So I'm going to use the words up here in my story problem to help me answer the question. How many pencils did the teacher buy? I'm going to write, there you go. How many pencils did the teacher buy? Not how many teachers, how many pencils? The teacher, go ahead and finish. All right, let's see if your answer to your story question is similar to mine. I wrote, the teacher bought 56 pencils in all for her students. Really important to always answer this story question in your story. So remember, we can take our 7 and we can break it apart into 5 and 2. With tiles, super easy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like multiplying by 2 and I like multiplying by 5. And there you go. 7 can be broken apart into 2 and 5. And if you like to multiply by 2 and 5, you are good. All right, we have a worksheet for you to work on that will help you practice multiplying by 7. Have fun.